Okay, everything is right now. So thank you everyone to being here with us tonight. Thank you for waiting me because I'm the only one that's going to make a speech and I was late. Sorry for that. So I don't like to take any time more from you. Thank you, Daniel, for receiving everyone. Thank you, Aletheia, Bruno, again. And I see that we have some guests here, some from Instagram. That is nice. And as a president of this club, I'd like to pass the word for our Toastmasters of this evening. That's going to be Amanda, our friend and guest from Rio. Please welcome her.
Thank you so much, Alessandro, for welcoming me. It's an honor to be the Toastmasters of your club, especially this new club who was recently awarded with the club's excellence in Brazil. So just take a time to congratulate you for that. Thank you so much for having me. And I would like to start by sharing my screen with you so you can all see the presentation that will help us guide our meeting today. And also, before I jump into that, I'm not sure exactly of how you guys do in the Brasília Toastmasters, but I would like to welcome our guests and see where they are coming from. And Alessandro, could you give me one hand in knowing who are the guests of tonight's meeting?
So our guests here, we have from outside the club that I know, that's Bruna, but she said to me before the meeting that she was here just to listen so she can understand how the meeting is going to be. And after the meeting, we're going to talk in Portuguese with our guests. And I think Aline is a guest. Let me see here. Akiko is one of our guests that is coming back here tonight. Bruna Vieira is here, okay. And Guilherme Camargo, I think he is from Instagram too. Pedro Nunes, I'm not sure.
No, just kidding. So Guilherme, would you like to maybe unmute yourself and tell us where you're from, where you're speaking?
Yes, definitely. First off, I'm sorry I'm not, on a picture. Nobody's seeing me. I'm on my, I'm not on my personal computer. I'm using my my company's computer, and the camera is blocked. So unfortunately, you all won't be able to see me tonight. But I was invited to this meeting by Amanda. We were talking briefly about some other stuff, and then she mentioned Toastmasters, and then I went to Instagram, and then quickly sent you all a message about the meeting. So I'm here to understand what's going on and see how the meeting goes. I'm originally from São Paulo, but I'm currently living in Brasília.
Thank you so much, Guilherme. It's great to have you, and welcome to the Toastmasters organization. Fernanda, I saw you also raise your hand when I mentioned guests. So would you like to briefly introduce yourself?
I'm sorry, Amanda, I'm not a guest. I'm from Brazil, from Rio Grande do Sul. Sorry for the confusion.
A guest to Brasília's club then.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. So for the benefit of our guests tonight, I will briefly explain some of the dynamics of the meeting. For those who are already in Toastmasters for longer, it's easier for you to follow, but I just wanted to give a few recommendations before we start. I see that all of you have your microphone on mute. That's a good practice in Toastmasters, so we don't hear background noise. Please leave it like that if you're not speaking throughout the meeting. We applause in sign language to show that we are handing the words to the next person who will be speaking after us. We do that in Toastmasters when we are face-to-face. We clap all the time, like there are applauses all the time in Toastmasters meetings, but online we keep that practice by shaking our hands, applauding in sign language. We will invite all of you to use the word of the day, which the grammarian will explain to you throughout our meeting. And also when someone has the opportunity to use the word of the day, we do a thumbs up to congratulate them on using this new word that is being introduced to our vocabulary. Can you see my presentation as a whole, or do you see the PowerPoint screen?
We are seeing the PowerPoint with the slides on the left.
Very sorry for that, my friends. Now you see it, right? Perfect. So thumbs up. Also, I would ask you to place a pin on the timer picture, and our timer for tonight will be Aline, if I'm not wrong. I'm sorry. Our timer, could you please put your name in the, let me just check who will be our timer. Bruno, could you please pin Bruno as he is our timer for today, and he will be showing you his commands of being on time or not in the screen, but he will explain that moving forward in our meeting. So for guests, you should know that it's not mandatory for you to speak unless you want to. And don't worry that if you need to speak, we will do that in Portuguese by the end, as Alessandro mentioned in the beginning of our presentation. So the mission of Toastmasters is to develop public speaking and leadership skills through active participation, inclusive experience, and continuous learning. For our guests to know, that is how we learn. That's the methodology that Toastmasters preaches for. I will skip briefly that part. I think that was Alessandro's part, but in benefit of time, I will just move on to the roles of the meeting. So I am the Toastmaster of the evening. You can consider me as a host who will conduct the work today. Our timer will be Mr. Bruno Rabelo. Bruno, can you just shake your hand so everyone know who you are?
Hey, everyone.
Bruno, could you please explain us what is your role as a timer?
Yes, so today I'm timer of meeting, and I will help the Toastmaster of the day with the time. And I show this, and this. That's it.
I absolutely love seeing the technology that people use to kill time online, and this one is new to me. I have never seen it before. Mr. A Counter of the evening, Ken Gibson, could you please share with us your mission for tonight's meeting?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Oratória, for inviting me. Guys, tonight I will help you to spot some unnecessary words that you will talk during your presentations, right? Some filler words as and repetitive words that you may talk during your speeches. So back to you, Mrs. Amanda, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much, Kim. After Kim, we will have our lovely grammarian of the evening, Miss Aline Amorim. Could you please tell us, Aline, what is your mission tonight?
All right, so thank you for having me. I am from another club in São Paulo, from IBM. And here tonight, I will be your grammarian, which means that I have selected the word of the day, which will all give a thumbs up for people who use it. And also, I will take notes on some misuse of the language and try and help you guys to improve your English skills. So the word of the day is opportunities, and you can use opportunities in the plural or opportunity in singular version of it. In Portuguese, it means oportunidades, and the first example is today or tonight is a huge opportunity to improve ourselves, such as in English or leadership skills. Example number 2, being a Toastmaster member is an opportunity to improve our speech skills. So if everybody used the word of the day, remember to give them a thumbs up. And also, I need to tell you that I cannot see everybody because I'm using a web browser version of Zoom. So I only see whoever is talking very little on my screen. So please help me with the thumbs up.
Thank you very much, Aline, for your explanation and for giving us the opportunity to learn this new word tonight. Now, I would like to invite Rodrigo Ramos, our Heart Master, to tell us a little bit of what he's doing.
Thank you, Amanda. Hello, everyone. I will listen very carefully to the speech and actually to everything. And at the end of the meeting, I will bring some questions to you. So I recommend you be patient, be careful, pay attention. This is a great opportunity to become a great active listener. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you very much, Rodrigo. So I would also like to invite Danielle Beck to briefly explain what is the topics master of the evening.
All right, thanks, Amanda. Well, the topics master of the evening is the moment where we will have some impromptu speeches. I will bring in some questions to everyone. And tonight it will be special because I'm planning in a different way. Just keep in mind that everyone that it is in this meeting, you all are volunteers. So I will call the volunteers. You're not volunteer yourself. So be prepared for a 1 to 2 minute impromptu speech. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Danielle. Last but definitely not least, I would like to invite Luzia Mota to briefly explain her role in tonight's meeting.
Hello, it's really nice to be here. It will be my first time doing something in a different club, so I'm really happy to do this. And as a general evaluator, my mission is to take notes of during the meeting, or if everything works fine and what could be different, what could be better. And at the end of the meeting, I will do a report of my evaluation of this meeting.
Thank you, Luzia. I'm very proud of you for taking up the challenge of coming to a different club and evaluating the whole meeting. I just wanted to highlight for the members of tonight's meeting who are not in active technical roles, to invite you to actually take this type of role in different clubs. This is a very good opportunity for you to train your active listening and also to go out of your comfort zone, because usually in our own clubs, we know how things will go and it's easier for us to do each role. When you go to a different one, you have a different dynamics, different expectations, and you have a blank space to actually do whatever you feel best as a best practice from your club. So thank you very much for the team of volunteers who are taking these technical roles tonight. And with no further ado, I will proceed to starting our prepared speech of the evening with Mr. Alessandro, the president of the club. And just to tell you a little bit of what he's doing tonight, his project is to communicate change, and his pathway track is visionary communication. The title of his speech tonight is There's Only One Way, and his evaluator will be Stephanie Almeida from Pitchmasters in Rio de Janeiro, my colleague here from Rio. He can go from a speech of 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and up to 6 minutes with a tolerance of 30 seconds by the end of his speech. So with no further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage Mr. Alessandro Dias, president of Brasília Toastmasters, for his prepared speech of the evening. Alessandro, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, everyone here this evening. I'd like to share with you a story about a little kid that some time ago met some new friends. He was just walking by in a neighborhood, you know, kids trying to make new friends, understand how life can be better, more fun and easy. And he just joined this club, these new friends that he was there talking every day. Mr. Cebolinha make some friends in the neighborhood. But there was something strange about this club. Although they have many new friends, even girls was in this club, they could make some funny times, a lot of time they were there. But there was a small thing that was strange for him. These guys and girls just met just 2 times each month. And he was like, And if I miss one of this meeting, I would be 1 month without meeting my new friends. That's not nice. That's not okay. And he just started to think, well, if I can be part of this new group of friends now, why not just go and ask, would you guys here, my friends and my fellow girlfriends too, would not be nice to meet one more time in this month? Maybe you can play more, play some soccer, play different games. And as what was supposed to be happen, they decided that could be okay. Let's just meet another time in the month. So now they start to meet 3 times in the month. So if one of the friends miss of this meeting, he won't be 1 month without their friends. And just started to do that. After some months, by the end of the year, they were real close to each other. They start to play even more, have more fun, and even brought some new friends to this group. You know, kids is really fun. They really like to play, no matter what, the more the time. But as soon as the year begin, they realize that in a few months, they would have the neighborhood soccer championship. How can we be prepared to that? And they think, maybe we should train more. Maybe we can make another meeting during the month, not just 3 times, but 4 times. And they realized that maybe 4 times to train for a championship could not be so much. And they decided to make it 5 times. Now they can meet 4 of the Saturdays of each month plus 1 Thursday, but at night. Kids really love to play and be together. They started to make that happen every single month for full 6 months. There was close to that end of the semester, they have that really huge day. The championship arrived. And as some good team, they were really prepared. They have an amazing day, and they won the cup. That club make for the first time that championship for them. And now, the day after that, they realize that they shouldn't at least be training a lot of that days. And maybe they can slow down. Many of them were a lot tired and thought, 1 year ago, we just met 2 times each month. Now we are meeting 5 days each month. That can be a little bit overwhelming. So they decided to talk with each other and see if maybe they could start to meeting again 4 times. And now here, we need to make that proposal for you, my little friends here in Brasília Toastmasters. I believe, as my friends here in the board, that meeting 5 times each month is a little bit too much now. Not that I don't want to see you, at least, actually, I'm not seeing you. I see my screen here. I actually miss seeing you. But by seeing my screen, I can see friends from Rio de Janeiro and all around the Brazil. But we need to make this change because our new board have some new people here. And like our friend here, Aletheia, our new VP, she realized with Bruno that making 5 great meetings each month, it's not so easy. And for our friends here in the club, they are going to get a little bit annoyed because every single month we need to talk to them. Could you please help us? That's not going to be so nice. They give the best in the last month. And we decided in the board that we are going to take one of these Thursday nights and keep just 4 meetings. 2 for Portuguese meeting and 2 for English meeting. This change is going to take place near the end of this month. And we are going to have the first 3 Saturdays meetings in Portuguese and English, and the last Saturday last Thursday is going to be an English meeting. And I can assure you, my friends here, kids love to play. That's not because we're going to have one less meeting that you're not going to keep training. Actually, can I be sincere with you? We are shaping and sharpening our knives, because now we realize that we have 1 full year to be prepared for that championship, not just 6 months. Here, for you that are in this meeting, Brasília Toastmasters is always open for all of you. And changing or not changing, I can assure you, as my title of the speech says, there is only one way. It doesn't matter if you change directions, you just choose one way. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you all here in the next meeting Saturday.
Thank you so much for your amazing speech, Alessandro. I think it's a very courage act to recognize when things need a change, and it's very brave of the club to reassess and readapt as necessary. So congratulations for that. I will go back to sharing my screen with you, because now we will have 1 minute, if I'm not wrong, 1 minute, to give online feedback to Alessandro. So you can all write here in your chat box your feedbacks for Alessandro. And timer, could you please let us know when we are up to 1 minute? I have to say, Alessandro, that when you start talking about Cebolinha, I didn't expect that your speech would be about how many times you have meetings in a month, but it was a really nice touch. Not sure if he's there. Oh, he is.
Thank you, Amanda. I'm here. I was trying to make some fun with this idea of changing and make that a lot different from what we could be expecting.
It was a great one.
One minute.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Bruno. So if you haven't finished to write your feedback to Alessandro, please finish as soon as possible, or maybe send him afterwards, because now we will have our timer report on Alessandro's speech.
Yes. Alessandro spoke 6 minutes and 48 seconds. So we will to vote.
Perfect. We will not have a vote today for the best speaker, because this is the only speech. I just wanted to correct something I said. I said that Alessandro would have up to 6 minutes, but actually he had 7 minutes. Bruno corrected me after he started, so he's still eligible, would be eligible, because he didn't surpass the 7 minutes mark. Thank you, Bruno. So now we will have a quick break, a 5-minute break, if I'm not wrong. Sorry for not knowing this time. I just don't have the agenda open while I present to you. But we'll have a 5 minutes break. Is that correct, Bruno?
Yes, 5 minutes.
Perfect. So we can come back at 20:20. And we will resume our meeting by having the table topics, which is, for me at least, the most fun part of the meeting. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. If you need a break, go grab a drink. The time is yours. See you in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gilmar, hello, Gilmar. Let me see who is here so we can talk. Amanda. Pedro already talked. Bruno, just realized that I changed my picture, and now you have my face in your profile picture too. So I'm going to change that back to Brasília Toastmasters logo. So thank you everyone again for being here with us. If any one of the guests, even from Toastmasters Club, would like to ask some questions, just chat, just be open your microphone and talk with us. We will have this break.
Question. So
Yes.
I am pretty new to Toastmasters. My club has just been officialized last week, and I had never heard about Harkmaster. Harkmaster.
Okay. Aline, are you from Prata Masters?
I am from B Talkers at IBM.
B Talkers, yeah, IBM. Okay, so Harkmasters is one of the roles that Daniel Beck introduced to us last year. Our club didn't have that. I think that came from Dell, and I think Daniel, could you please explain her, Aline?
Sure,
where
yeah.
did you come from this?
Yeah, I can explain. So that role in the meeting is actually responsible for doing the check on active listening, right? It's ensuring that you're hearing and understanding what's being said during the meeting. So one person will be assigned to do this active listening and write down some questions. And at the end of the meeting, we have some sort of quiz that will be done, and then everyone will have to answer that to see if everyone was paying attention to the meeting. So that's the role of the Harkmaster, or in Portuguese, we would call mestre da escuta or something like this. All right?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just want to say that I always see Alessandro in all the meetings that I'm joining, and finally I am in the meeting of his club. So it was really nice when I saw, oh, okay, this is his place. I got it.
Yeah, this is our place. Thank you, Luzia,
Yeah,
to be here
nice.
with us.
And Akiko,
How are you doing, Aletheia?
Is almost a member.
Yes, Akiko.
Akiko, she's almost a member, right?
I'm too much repeating. I guess.
Fernanda, welcome. Thank you.
But actually, I don't know how to be a member.
Oh, you don't know? You didn't receive updates. I'm sorry. We will send you the details on how to get properly subscribed to the club.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Fernanda, did you meet Daniel in the Dell Club or no?
No, I don't think I met her.
No.
I don't think I met her before. Yeah.
And Luzia?
I remember Luzia, I do.
Daniel was from Dell Club.
Yeah, São Paulo Club?
No, I am actually from Porto Alegre.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
But I moved here last year in August. Yeah.
Okay.
And I probably didn't see you before because I used to be like a remote worker. Actually, since 2013, I am remote.
Okay, so yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And now everyone is remote.
And now everyone is remote.
That's true.
It's funny to hear that Lucia has the South accent, even in English.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So cute.
Sometimes, even speaking English, I will say some ba.
There's no
always.
way to say ba.
In Chinese, in English, in Portuguese, always ba is our vocabulary.
All right, so I think that this is time for us to resume our meeting. Right, Mr. Timer? Where's our timer?
Yes.
Yes, okay, perfect. So I will share my, oh, no, wait 1 second. All right, so I'll share my screen with you again. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect, Thank you, everyone. So now we go to the really fun part where everyone has a chance to speak. So I would like to invite our table topic master of the evening for the impromptu speech. Table topic master, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Amanda. Can I share? No, I cannot. Can you make me co-host or just provide me access to share my screen, please?
Now you can share. Then I think that was because her screen was shared.
All right. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see the big wheel of names?
Yes.
All right. So thanks everyone for being here. And as I said in the beginning, the table topics is the moment of the impromptu speeches. So everyone will have 1 to 2 minutes to deliver an impromptu speech about a question that I will make here. As I said also in the beginning, this will be a different format of table topics because everyone is a volunteer. And that is a risk for you. I will name it. I will name the person who will take the question. And that will work like this. I will run the spin. I'll click to spin here, the wheel. The question will pop up. I will make the question and then I'll ask someone to provide the answer, all right? So pay attention to the questions, please. Let's go to the very first one. If you were to write a book, what would it be about? If you were to write a book, what would it be about, Rodrigo?
That's a great question because I be thinking about a while in this mission. I be thinking in write a book, but I don't know what kind of book. Certainly is not the kind of book that says how to write a book, because I don't know how to write a book. And I think maybe the subject that I know better is about myself. So I think that if I going for sure to write a book someday, it will be about myself. But what can I say about myself? That's a big question, a huge question, and I don't have any answer for that. So I have first, before thinking about write a book, think about what I know about myself. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Rodrigo. Very good. Yeah, I know it's a very hard situation, but you did very well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so be prepared. Pay attention to the next question. I'm gonna spin the wheel. Here it comes. Do you believe anyone can create art? Why do you think that? Do you believe anyone can create art? Why do you think that, Fernanda?
Okay. Just to introduce myself, I don't speak English frequently in my life. I just make English classes, and I'm here today to challenge myself. Thank Luzia for inviting me. So I will try to participate in the table talks. When Daniel asked the question, I was thinking about that, and thinking if the question comes to me, what I would answer. And something that I think is very interesting about the subject is that sometimes people, mainly when we are getting older, we always say that we can't be creative. We lost this in our lives, maybe because of the procedures, the procedures that we have to follow sometimes in our daily life, in our jobs. And I have seen some courses about that. I have seen and I have heard about it, that there is some courses that people, that some coaches, mentors, they help you to improve and get back something that you lost, like in your childhood, because when you are a child, you usually are someone very creative, someone very innovative. You don't see rules, you just imagine and you do. And as Alessandro told us before, everything is fine, everybody are happy. And I think, in my opinion, that everybody can create, but sometimes you have to improve that because you maybe lost something in your past, but try get this opportunity to think about it and to improve this in your life, because you are capable of that. So believe in yourself and go ahead. Thank you.
Awesome. That was fantastic. Well, for someone that is actually learning or trying to improve the English skills, you are doing excellent. Oh, amazing, I would say. So let me share my screen and let's go to the next one. All right, here we go. Spin the wheel. Next up. Tell us about something you created that you are proud of. Tell us something that you created that you are proud of. Lucia.
Oh my God. Okay. I can't think of something that I've created, actually, to be honest. But I will try to answer in a different way. When the first question was about write a book, I started to think that question that normally people say that in your life you need to write a book, to plant a tree, and some of them say that you need to have kids, and others say that you don't need actually. But I was trying to think that sometimes we don't think about the legacy we are leaving. For example, I always try to think about death, for example, and I try to think that if I don't want, but if it happens to me to be dead in the next day, what did I bring to the world? What I created? What is the legacy? What people will remember of me when I'm dead? And the answer that I can have right now, I don't have kids. I planted a lot of trees, of course. I'm the countryside, but I never write a book. But I think people will say that what I created, I try to do, and I try to tell people to do as well, is to live the best way you can live, Try to improve yourself, try to be happy, enjoy the little things of your life. And I guess if something happen in the near future, that's what the people will remember. And for me, is a good legacy, I guess. So thank you.
Congratulations. Thanks a lot for sharing. Yeah, everyone has a legacy, and you have a lot of things to be proud of, I'm sure. Those trees will agree with me. All right, let me share my screen again. Here we go. Be prepared. Spin the wheel. Next up. Who is your favorite author and why? Who is your favorite author and why? Aline.
I was just thinking that I would love to answer that question. I think I sent you some vibrations. So yes, my favorite author is Leandro Carnal. And I would say that it is because he writes about other authors. He always has great references while he writes, and he makes it easier for us to understand difficult people, like I would say Schopenhauer, or I don't know, many intelligent writers that are so above our intelligence that we cannot understand their idea very well. And I believe that Leandro Carnal translates it into easier ways of speaking and understanding great ideas. So I always read him as an opportunity to learn about better and more difficult writers. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Aline. Everyone has an opportunity to read, and that's really, really good. Thanks a lot. Let me just double check with our timer. Bruno, how are we? Do we have time for one more question?
Yes.
We do? Okay.
Yes.
So let me share my screen again. All right. Spinning the wheel. Let's go. Let's see. Ta-da-da. Do you believe anyone can create art? I think we did this question already, right? We did. Let me remove and let me spin again. Hold on a second. If someone were to make a movie about your life, what would the movie be like? If someone were to make a movie about your life, what would the movie be like, Kim?
Hello. Daniel, if someone were to make a movie about my life, it probably would be about thinking outside the box. Ever since I was a kid, I had this feeling of what can we do to change things? Or how can we improve things, right? So every time I somehow ended up in a leadership position or gathering some group of people to do something about the school or about the university. So I have this thing in my life that I always want to change things, but for the better, like to make improvements or to challenge the status quo. So maybe if I do something great enough to really change some bigger scenario, maybe they will make a movie to talk about this. How did this person could gather the correct people to make this group do something different about the world? Yes, and I hope I can make some difference regarding culture or education. As myself as a teacher, I can do something about changing the world as by the point of view of the classroom. How can make a classroom more friendly? How can you make more friendly classes to the students and teach not only the subjects but meaningful things for our students? So maybe they will make a movie about this. Thank you for the opportunity. And back to you, Toastmasters.
Thanks a lot, King. Yeah, definitely. I would be very interested in seeing that movie. And it would give us a lot of opportunity to understand how to challenge the status quo, as you said. Fantastic. Well, I think our time is completed. Bruno, can you confirm?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I will stop right now. I am stop sharing. Yes, I did. Back to you, Amanda, our Toastmasters of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daniel. I absolutely love the spinning wheel. I mean, how do you do that? I really want to know. I think this coronavirus moment is bringing up the very best in our creativity to do things online. So congratulations for that. Now we will go to the timer report on how much time each one of the speakers used so we can check if everyone is eligible for the voting for best table topic speaker.
Yes, Amanda. Everyone is able to vote.
Perfect. So Bruno, you will now launch the voting session for the best table topics, right?
Yes. 1 second. Alessandro.
I can see a vote, yeah. All right, so we will now, you can please vote for the best table topic. And for you guys who are the hosts of the meeting, you can tell us if everyone has voted or not so we can move forward.
And Aline, Leandro Carnal is awesome.
Two more votes and we are done. Guests can vote too, no problem. Just tell who do you think was the best in your opinion, no matter what criteria that you are using to that.
Alessandro, I am not able to vote, probably because I was set as co-host.
Yes, I forgot to remove your co-host.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
So we are going to finish the pool now. We'll just reach 1 minute. And we have a tie. Okay, let's move on.
Use your president's power to know which one was the best, and please let me know. And now we will move forward to the evaluator feedback. So we will have Stephanie evaluating Alessandro for his "There's Only One Way" speech. Stephanie, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Amanda. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to thank you for receiving me again. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity to be here. It's a greatest pleasure to be a Alessandro evaluator. So the purpose of his speech was present a speech about the plan developed for communicating a change to the audience affected by the change. Alessandro, you're a great speaker. We already know that, but some points that you are excellent. The first point is that you remain attached to the purpose. So that's congratulations. You're good in that. You talked to me that you want to speak about how your club decided to have 4 meetings instead of 5. And you delivered that like a message in comparing to a story, like a child in his neighborhood. It's like amazing. I love that idea. And you spoke slow. I really appreciate that because you speak in English. So for most of us, it's not the first language. So it's important to speak slow. It's important in Portuguese too, but in English, it's even more. But I noticed that you have some few words in English. In Portuguese, you don't do that, but you start a lot of phrases like "and." The counter can tell you better, but it's like you start and I will talk to you like now, but I understand it's English, not our first language. Yeah, you are amazing. It's hard to tell what you can work on. So I noticed that. And to challenge you, I suggest that you can speak stand, because I I only saw one stand speech for you. So it's a challenge that I can tell you. Further, no more. It's great. Congratulations again. It's always a pleasure to see your speech.
Thank you very much for this very thoughtful feedback, Stephanie. I will go back to sharing my screen with you all so we can move forward to the technical reporting of tonight's meeting. And the first person I would like to invite to give us her report is Ms. Aletheia Melo, Vice President of Education of Brasília Toastmasters and a counter for the evening. Aletheia, the floor is yours.
This function will be done with for Kian. Do you remember? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I am sorry for that.
No problem.
I didn't change the presentation and misled myself to a mistake. Kim Gibson, please go forward with our A counter report.
All right, Amanda. I didn't want to say anything, but so guys, I have here some notes. Alessandro, I have to agree with your evaluator. There are two words that you use a lot in your speech. They are not actually filler words, but you can substitute them for other words. For example, and, instead of saying and every time, you can say, in addition to that, or you can say, besides. So I would advise you to take a look in connectors so you can have a different range of connectors to use. Another word you used a lot was actually. You said actually 3 times. And you can say, as a matter of fact, or indeed. So there are other options for you to use instead of actually. That's it for Alessandro. Rodrigo, you said a long I, you said I, and you said one very briefly, but you said it. Fernanda, you have to work on your you said 13 us, and a long but, right? Luzia, you said one a double I. You said but 3 times in a row, but. And you said, you know, and that's it. And Aline, congratulations, you nailed it. I haven't noticed any filler words in your speech. That's it for today. Back to you, Mrs. Aline, the Toastmasters of the day.
He also missed my name. I missed Aletheia for Kim, and Kim missed Aline for Amanda. So we're even now.
Oh, so sorry.
No, it's great. You make me look better. Thank you. So now we will move forward to our grammarian report of the evening. And I would like to invite, oh my God, who is the grammarian? You guys don't write here the name. Wait. Okay.
Aline.
It's Aline.
Aline. Okay, Aline. Thank you. Let's go for the grammarian report of the evening.
Hi, I'm sorry. This is a nice idea, writing the name of the role instead of just my name. I will keep that in mind for the next one. All right, so let's go for the reports. As we always know, whoever talks more gets more time to misuse the language and to use the ahs and ums. So Alessandro, as the president of the club and also the speaker of the night, I have got some improvements that you can do. I have noticed that you use the sound of a K instead of a G, like everything instead of everything. When we apologize for something, we can say we are sorry about blah, blah, blah. Instead of using 2 times, which is not incorrect, but you can try and using twice. And then one thing that you may pay attention is when you use the verb start, you tend to say start to do, start to make, and the best option is start making, start doing. There are some verbs in English that we need to use the ing version of the next ones, like start, stop, avoid. So I would definitely recommend you taking some notes of that. Also into the past sentences, as they had an amazing day, realized, gave instead of give, and you also said a lot tired. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, not about that. Daniel, I think one simple misuse did, you said everybody that it is here instead of everybody that is here. Amanda, one question actually. I see you use a counter instead of a counter. And I believe that the correct would be a, because it's not a letter, it's a expression. Rodrigo, remember when you use present perfect, you need to say, I have been thinking. And you said, if I going to write, then you would better say, if I am going to write, or if I were to write. Fernanda, oh my gosh, your English is amazing. So don't say that you're still a learner, like you're not a beginner. Just you may pay attention to some use of Portuguese into English when we translate in our minds and we say make classes, and we don't actually make the classes, we take English classes. And attention to the plural of the word life, which is lives with a V. The pronunciation of the word course instead of curse. Maybe your course can be a curse, but not always. And Bruno, I missed you talking, actually. I believe you are very shy, and you should totally take the opportunity of a Toastmasters Club to try and improve your English. The word of the day has been used 9 times, and I'm very happy with that. So thank you. Back to you, Amanda.
Thank you very much, Aline. I believe that the extensive Toastmasters literature disagrees on a counter versus a counter. I hear it in all the different ways, so I apologize for my inconsistency with a/a counter. Now we will go to the general evaluator report. So I would like to invite Luzia to give us an overview of how we did in this meeting tonight. Luzia, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Amanda. I just look to the side to use my other screen here. So the idea is to have a complete analysis of the meeting, starting since the beginning, of course. So as a person from the outside, for me was easy to start the contact, to receive the information. I just want to start giving a suggestion about the link that is in the Easy Speaker, because I tried to use it from the inside the tool and was not the right one. That's my first suggestion. But the receiving of the guests and everybody was really nice. I felt very comfortable being here, so thank you for the receiving. About the technical questions, I think everything was fine. All the cameras were clear. I can see all the guests, and the frame is fine as well. Amanda conducting the meeting for me was really nice. I felt your energy, so it was good to feel to enjoy the meeting. I want just suggest you at the beginning you are talking very fast, and for me it's okay, I couldn't understand, but I was, oh, she's really good speaker in English, so that's why probably you speak very fast. But at the beginning, just at the beginning, you can use a little bit more slow. About the table topics, for me was a very different one and was really nice. And it's difficult sometimes it's difficult to people to volunteer to participate, so it's a good one to to remember everybody that if you are in the meeting, you may be invited to participate. And the topics was really nice as well too. The timer did a great job as well, helping everybody to keep in time. Accountant and grammarian for me was really good. Both reports, very informative and will help all the members. The evaluator, Stephanie, was really good as well, giving a lot of examples. And I think the examples are the best way to learn and to remember. Even if you are not a speaker, you can use the suggestion of the evaluator in your own speech. So for me, it was a really good evaluation. And in general, I just want to say that was a very warm meeting, and I think for me, that is something that I always feel that if I'm going to a meeting of Toastmasters, I want to have fun, I want to forget about everything else, and I think you all provide this in this meeting. So congratulations to everybody, and for me, it was really nice to see people from all the country participate in doing some part in the meeting. I know that probably for the VPE was a difficult to fulfill all the hats, but I think it was a really, really good meeting, and I will stop right here, but thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Luzia, for this thorough feedback. It's great to hear from someone who's paying attention to every little detail. And I think one excellent thing of this online meetings is that now we are also able to evaluate the easiness that our club is reachable to the audience. So it was a nice touch that you added. I hadn't seen anyone doing this type of comment before, so congratulations on that. And for being the first time that you're evaluating a different club. So congratulations on taking up the challenge. And now I would like to finish my participation as Toastmasters of the evening, handing it back to Ms. Alessandro Diaz, president of the club, for the final announcements and closing up the meeting. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure, and I hope to be able to join other meetings from Brasília Toastmasters as well.
Okay. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, everyone. That was really nice to see all of you here in Brasília Toastmasters helping us having this great meeting, because as I talk with Oratória, our new VP, it's not easy to make this meeting happen. And we are actually getting used to have help from people around Brazil. But I start to get worried about that sometimes, because in a few months, we are not going to have this opportunity more. So it's nice to all of us think about that. How can you make our clubs keep growing with just people in our city? So I would like to enjoy as much as possible, and I hope that Toastmasters International can allow us to have hybrid meetings in traditional clubs, because that's really important to us to keep this really nice networking around the globe. As I always like to mention, now I have in my cell phone WhatsApp numbers from Arabia, from Jakarta, Indonesia. I have people from Japan, from London. So it's really nice. And all of them I met here in Toastmasters. And I hope for our guests here that to show to you that this is a huge opportunity just to learn and to improve our speech, but to make connections, to communicate better. And after all, we can be better leaders in our work and our place here in our families too. And I would like to now go to our best table talks of the day, this evening, sorry. And I can say that...
Alessandro, I'm sorry, please.
Yes.
Forgive me, but we are missing the funniest
Hack Masters, yes. Thank you, Rodrigo. Really, Rodrigo Ramos is the king of Hack Masters meeting. He really loved this role. So I would like now to invite Rodrigo, the one that was taking note about what was said, and let's see if us was hearing during the meeting. Please welcome Rodrigo Ramos, our listener for this evening.
Thank you, Alessandro. Hello, guys. Please unmute yourself. This is the opportunity for those who had said nothing or a little to a risk to train. First of all, what is the title of Alessandro's speech?
There's only one way.
Okay, very good, Amanda. Perfect. And which kind of championship Cebolinha's club was preparing to?
Was it soccer? No.
Yeah, very good, Kim. Very nice. Who knows the name of Aline's club?
Talkers.
Boa, Daniel. Great, Amanda. Besides Leandro Carnal, Aline mentioned another author.
Schopenhauer.
Who can remember?
Sorry, I'm very competitive.
Please, I don't understand. What is the name?
Schopenhauer.
Perfect. And who has said, believe in yourself at the end of the speech?
Fernando?
Perfect.
Fernando.
Very good listening, Aline. And who has said, live the best way you can live?
Lucia.
Perfect. Very perfect, Aline. Very good listening. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all. Have a good night.
So Amanda was with me here. Remember that we need to announce our best table topics of this evening. And I just mentioned that we have a tie, but during that last second, someone just cast a vote, and that wasn't tied. That wasn't my decision. So I would like to invite everyone to drum the rolls for our friend in this club taking the place for Mr. King Gibson, the best table topics of this evening. Congratulations, King. The winner for this evening. Thank you so much. And now keeping my thanking for everyone, as I mentioned, our guests from all the clubs and our guests from around the web. I don't know, Bruna, Guilherme, Pedro Nunes, I believe, and Akiko, thank you so much for joining us again. I'd like to finally say that this meeting is officially over, but we can keep here sharing and tell you that our next meeting is going to be August. Let me check here. The day is going to be August 1st, Saturday. It's going to be 3 p.m. here in Brasília time. And it's a Portuguese meeting. And our next English meeting is going to be, the next Saturday is going to be August the 8th. And it's going to be in the Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. So everyone here is invited to join. Remember that we have a different link to join the Portuguese meeting. So remember that if you would like to join us, send a message in our WhatsApp, or you can just email us or send a message in the Instagram page. I would like now to just share with you guests our Linktree, so you can share your contact with us, because after that we can reach you and give and hear your feedback. And as this meeting is officially over, I would like to turn this over to Portuguese. Kiko, if you have any questions, you can make it in English, no problem, okay? But now I'd like to invite Bruna and Pedro to share his and her thoughts about our meeting. Please, podem abrir os microfones e conversar com a gente.